This is All India Radio. The news read by Valsa Williams. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said the government is open to further reforms for making India a more attractive investment destination. Speaking at the India-Sweden Business Summit in New Delhi today, Ms. Sitharaman said the government has taken various steps including reduction of corporate tax in this regard. She stated that the government is committed for further reforms in various sectors including banking, mining and insurance. The finance minister invited Swedish firms to invest in infrastructure development projects. Ms. Sitharaman also held trade and business consultations with Swedish Minister for Business, Industry and Innovation, Ibrahim Baylan. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has said the government is committed to building an inclusive society for the betterment of Divyangjan. He called upon all stakeholders to contribute to empowering this vulnerable section of society. Mr. Naidu was speaking after conferring national awards to outstanding persons with disabilities and organizations working towards their empowerment on the occasion of International Day of Persons with Disabilities in New Delhi today. He said education is the key to empowerment of every person, including persons with disabilities. Addressing the gathering, Social Justice and Empowerment Minister Thawarchand Gehlot said the government has taken several initiatives for the empowerment of Divyangjan in the last 5.5 years. He said special universal identity cards for Divyangjan are being made which will help them avail facilities meant for them. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today reaffirmed the government's commitment to keep working towards an inclusive, accessible and equitable future for Divyangs. In a tweet, Mr. Modi said their fortitude and accomplishments in various fields inspire everybody. The BJP Parliamentary Party meeting was held in New Delhi today. The issue of absenteeism among BJP MPs from Parliament figured in the meeting. Sources said Defence Minister Rajnath Singh conveyed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's dissatisfaction at the lack of adequate presence of BJP MPs on many occasions. Mr. Singh asked the MPs to be present in large numbers during passing of bills. He said the Prime Minister had time and again spoken against absenteeism, but the issue persists. Addressing the meeting, Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani highlighted the efforts of her ministry in fighting malnutrition among infants and pregnant women. In Jharkhand, today is the last day for filing of nominations for the fifth and last phase of state assembly elections. Polling for this phase would be held on the 20th of this month in 16 constituencies spread over 6 districts. Scrutiny of nomination papers would be undertaken tomorrow and the last date for withdrawal of candidature will be the 6th of December. Meanwhile, campaigning is in full swing in the poll-bound constituencies for the second and third phase. Senior BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that an atmosphere of development has been created by the BJP by eradicating Naxalism in Jharkhand. Addressing a public meeting at Birsa College Stadium in Koti today, he said it is essential to bring the BJP back to power in the state for further development. Star campaigners of all major parties including the Congress, JMM, AJSU, RJD, JVM have also intensified campaigning in support of their party candidates. In Karnataka, campaigning for the 5th December by-election to 15 assembly constituencies will end this evening. There are 165 candidates in the fray, with a triangular fight among BJP, Congress and JDS. The by-election was necessitated due to the resignation of 15 MLAs from the Congress and the JDS, who are now fighting the by-poll on a BJP ticket. In Telangana, protests continue over the gang rape and murder of a veterinary doctor. Protesters are seeking speedy justice and stringent punishment for the culprits. Several organizations, women and students have been holding demonstrations across the state. The chairperson of the Delhi Commission for Women, Swati Maliwal, has begun an indefinite strike at Jantar Mantar in the national capital against recent incidents of rape. Talking to the media, Maliwal said she will not end her strike until she gets an assurance from the centre that rapists will be served death penalty within 6 months. Chief of the Naval Staff Admiral Karambir Singh has said the Indian Navy thwarted 44 piracy attempts and apprehended 120 pirates during its anti-piracy operations. And with that we end this news bulletin.